All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at an incredibly dramatic ancient text, one that perfectly captures the dangerous, dizzying spiral of a rigged game. What we're about to explore is honestly a masterclass in psychological escalation. It's a sequence from an epic narrative that shows us exactly how pride, desperation, and the blinding momentum of losing can completely dismantle an empire.
So here's a question I want you to keep in the back of your mind as we go through this. How much would you risk? We're going to watch a mighty king, Yudhishthira, fall victim to the ultimate sunk cost fallacy. Piece by piece, he's going to stake his entire empire on the roll of the dice, completely unaware, or maybe just deeply in denial, that the odds are entirely fabricated against him.
Section 1. A high-stakes rigged game. We are looking at a legendary dice game between King Yudhishthira and his opponent Sakuni. And the text makes one crucial, devastating point right off the bat. Sakuni is secretly using unfair means to cheat. Just look at the sheer contrast in their approaches here. You have Yudhishthira, the proud monarch, grandly calling out his bets. He claims to have many beautiful jars, each full of 1,000 Nishkas, which are ancient gold coins sitting in his treasury, alongside inexhaustible gold, silver, and precious minerals. It's this massive display of magnificent wealth and royal pride. On the flip side, Sakuni doesn't need pride. He just relies on foul play.
And this brings us to Sakuni's chilling response. After Yudhishthira lays out all that incredible, inexhaustible wealth on the table, Sakuni just throws the dice. There are no grand speeches from him, no boasting at all, just this abrupt, repetitive phrase that drops like a hammer. Lo, I have won. This short, blunt sentence really anchors the entire text, and as you'll see, it becomes a terrifying rhythm.
Having just lost an absolute fortune, Yudhishthira decides to double down. He offers up his royal chariot, draped in tiger skin and ringing with bells that actually roar like the ocean, drawn by 8 noble white steeds. He is essentially taking a priceless piece of functional art and just shoving it onto the betting table.
But again, his majestic wealth, this grand and beautifully described royal chariot, is immediately undercut by Sakuni's blunt, unearned victory. With the rigged dice in hand, Sakuni just repeats it. Lo, I have won. All that poetry, all that craftsmanship, just swallowed up in an instant by a cheater.
Section 2. Wagering human lives. Now we see a truly shocking escalation, shifting from inanimate gold to actual human beings. The crucial point here is this staggering number, 100,000. Yudhishthira actually wagers 100,000 young serving girls. He describes them as decked in golden bracelets and costly garlands, well skilled in the 64 elegant arts, especially dancing and singing. Think about that. It's an entire population of highly skilled attendants just pushed into the pot like poker chips.
And Sakuni instantly claims them with the exact same phrase, Lo, I have won. But Yudhishthira doesn't stop there. He immediately follows this up by betting thousands of serving men, wise, intelligent men attired in silken robes who serve guests night and day. And Sakuni, ready with the dice and his unfair means, just takes them too. The rhythm of losses is speeding up now.
This brilliantly illustrates the ultimate psychological trap of gambling. What do you bet when the gold is gone? When the servants are gone, the treasury is empty, the palace is completely hollowed out, but the fever of the game is still burning. Yudhishthira now has to turn to something even more vital to his survival as a king.
Section 3. Gambling the war machine.
Let's see how this builds into something completely catastrophic, gambling the kingdom's entire military defense. The king actually reaches for his heavy artillery, putting 1,000 musty elephants on the betting table. Look at the breathtaking detail he uses to describe these magnificent beasts. They have golden girdles, lotus marks, and tusks as thick as plow shafts. These aren't just animals, they are enormous battering rams. He's essentially betting his entire fleet of military tanks at a casino table, risking the very weapons that keep his borders safe. And this time, the text notes a chilling shift in Sakuni's demeanor. As he steals the king's heavy cavalry with his rigged dice, Sakuni says his signature phrase laughingly. He's actually beginning to openly mock the king's desperation. Lo, I have won it.
Yudhishthira just continues to spiral. He bets war cars and mythological-level horses, steeds so legendary they were gifted to the great warrior Arjuna himself by Chitraratha. He is pitting his family's most sacred military might against a wretch's loaded dice.
And exactly as the text calls him, the wretch Sakuni, pledged to enmity, he swallows up these priceless military assets instantly. The dice fall, the foul means succeed, and Sakuni claims the absolute best of Yudhishthira's cavalry.
The scale here becomes almost unimaginable. Driven completely by the blinding need to win back what he's lost, Yudhishthira risks 10,000 vehicles and 60,000 broad-chested picked warriors. He's literally betting an entire army of heroes who drink milk and eat good rice, all of whom possess immense prowess.
But human prowess doesn't mean a thing in a rigged game of chance. The relentless, rhythmic cheating of Sakuni strikes yet again. With those 5 little words, lo, I have won. That massive army of 60,000 broad-chested warriors is wiped out in an instant, completely transferred to the control of the enemy.
Section 4. An unstoppable losing streak.
We finally reach the devastating conclusion. In an agonizing bet to recover his kingdom, Yudhishthira wagers his 400 hidden treasures. These are Nidis, jewels so precious they're encased in copper and iron, and equal to the absolute purest leaf gold. It's the very last dregs of his wealth.
And by foul means, Sakuni delivers the final blow. Lo, I have won it. With that, he has completely devastated the king's wealth, his people, his military, and his deepest reserves. The treasury is gone. The army is gone. The kingdom is fundamentally lost to a cheat.
Let's quickly recap this terrifying escalation. Step 1, you bet the replaceable gold. Step 2, you wager the human lives and servants. Step 3, in sheer panic, you gamble the military that protects you. And Step 4, you lose absolutely everything to a cheat. It perfectly shows how pride blinds a gambler to a rigged system until the table is completely bare.
This text provides a terrifying look at human nature, when the sunk cost isn't just money, but your entire kingdom, your people, your very identity. Is it even possible to walk away? Or would you too keep throwing the dice, hoping the next roll saves you, while the cheat across the table smiles and takes it all?